I've just been given some information by a chap living in Niger, and I wanted to share that with you. Obviously, here in the West, we haven't really been given the correct information about what's gone on in Niger to the point where no one really knew when this coup hit, whether it was CIA or whether there was something else going on. But the information that I've received today and the pictures and the videos that I've seen are heartbreaking and also go a long way to kind of explaining what's been going on. And I want to share that with you because obviously our newspapers and our media aren't reporting on this stuff. So we need to use platforms like this to come together and share because it's the only way that we can move forward and get past this total media blackout that we've got. So for a long time, there has been unrest in Niger, and Niger and Mali were once one country with another country, which I can't remember the name of right now. I'm sorry, and that has been divided by the French in order to divide and conquer effectively. The French have been paying terrorists who have been working out of these areas and have been just attacking people, particularly people moving back and forth on various roads. So I've just seen some footage from 2 months ago of families who were travelling on a coach to get out of the city where there was fighting, and they've mined the roads, and it's a hard thing to see. I'm grateful that I have because then I can share it with you guys. But these are people that have been subjected to the most awful of things. There was also an incident just 2 weeks ago where there were 7 men in trucks taking goods out of the mines to be sold on, and they were attacked by these terrorists on the road, and 7 of them were killed, and the truck set fire too. So this kind of organized terrorism has been going on in um, in Niger for a long time, and very very recently. And obviously this is something that we've just heard nothing about. So of course we're here coup. We're like, why is this happening? Where has it come from? Fundamentally, this is an area in Africa that has been subjected to immense amounts of pressure from the West. They are desperately trying to keep these people down. The French are desperately trying to keep hold of their hegemony here, and they are funding the very worst type of people in order to do that. Um, so what's happened is the president, who was the sitting president, I think for about 10 years, he locked up a lot of religious leaders, at least 7. I've seen interviews with them today, but unfortunately I don't speak French, so I don't know what they say, but I'll try and get some more information as I can. And they've locked these guys up for, you know, speaking out against them, or for, helping to G people on, and have essentially just tried to split the culture and split the communities up so that they are angry with each other as much as they are with their political system. As we know, there's been an awful lot of fighting going on in Mali, and Mali have really had to rely on Wagner to help them try and get around these French rebels that are coming over and trying to force their own hegemony on this part of Africa. And this has happened in a massive way in Niger as well. So just 2 weeks ago, these chaps have died. Just 2 months ago, this busload of just civilians, children and mothers lying in the streets dead, on a bus. This happened 2 months ago, and nothing in the Western media at all. This is why I do what I do, and this is why I hope anybody feels that they can contact me and tell me any information that they might have about their culture, their place, their history, their time, what's happening to their people, because we need to we need to share and we need to understand this, understand what's going on. Anyway, so obviously yesterday the Presidential Guard has turned on the president, and it's the army and the civilians all working together to kick out the sitting president, which they've done. His wife has run away. She is being looked for at the moment by these military men. There has not been a civilian death in this. It has just been the retaking of the parliament on behalf of the people. I did just put a video up, and it showed the celebrations happening in Dosso, which is the center, the capital of Niger. We said that wrong as well, um, uh, and how people are kind of feeling about this situation there. But I think it's really, really important that we understand what the French have been doing and the sort of people that they've been backing. And I think it's really, really important that we understand that the media hasn't reported on this at all. Like, we should all be aware that busloads of people are being mined on the streets, in an African controlled, sorry, in a French controlled African country. That should be something that is headline news, and that it isn't. I mean, how demeaning is that to people? You know, these are human beings who are living this life and have been for years and years and years, and they have just had enough. Now, I hope that with the African Union and with the other changes that are going on in Africa, people feel able to gather and feel supported to be justified, to pull together and to share love with each other, and that the West loses more and more grip so that it cannot prevent that from happening. Because the things that I've seen today have truly shocked me to my core. And again, I'd just like to say, God bless to the people of Niger, and I hope that this transition is a smooth one for you, and that there is nothing but peace on the other side. Because to hear that people have experienced this sort of pain for such a long time, it's very, very difficult for me. It should be difficult for everyone. God bless, and much love to Africa.